So, good morning. If you're not sitting, please take a seat. We'll be starting in a few short minutes. Gene Brister's screen is connected to KXO Radio. And also, this is a beautiful new council chambers. Please try to make sure your drink stays in your cup. Let's try to keep it as clean as we can. Thank you. Stand by to stand by. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us this beautiful, bright day. I'm Eusebio Arbayo, a member of the Government Affairs Committee for the El Centro Chamber of Commerce. We are very glad you came this morning to the annual State of the City address. First off, I'd like to thank KXO Radio for broadcasting this live, and also Community Spectrum, who's broadcasting this on the City of El Centro website. I also like to note that KXO will have this available on podcast at kxoradio.com. The Chamber wishes to also thank our President Circle Diamond sponsor, San Diego Gas and Electric and Southern California Gas Company, for being the exclusive sponsors of this morning's event. So we're going straight into it. At this time, I'd like to introduce the President of the El Centro Chamber of Commerce. He is the General Manager of Desert Trails RV Park and Golf Course in El Centro. And help me welcoming the President, Les Smith.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's very nice to be here with you. I'd like to, on behalf of the El Centro Chamber of Commerce, thank the City of El Centro for providing such a lovely venue, the recently remodeled City Council chambers. Very, very nice and professionally done, and something to be very proud of. So thank you for having us this morning. It's been a great year for the Chamber so far. We're a little over halfway through our fiscal year. It's nice to be able to share with you that we have over 50 new members so far this fiscal year. Last October, we had 11 ribbon cuttings just in the month of October alone, with bringing 9 new businesses to the local community. So it shows that things are on the increase and trying to improve, and it's wonderful that we can all work together to promote the business community here in the Valley. I'm happy to be involved working hand in hand with Mayor Silva this year, trying to establish a better working relationship with our neighbors to the south across the border to improve the quantity and quality of commerce here in the valley. We will be working closer with the city government of Mexicali, as well as many of the tourism people and officials from the greater Mexicali area as the year continues. The Chamber had a great success with bringing the 2 score races to the Valley last year, and we're very much looking forward to the Imperial Valley 250 coming back this September, and very happy that the city of El Centro has been willing to support and help us with this project as we continue. Continuing to work on legislative issues is a big priority with the Chamber. Our Governmental Affairs Committee continues to work on supporting the bills that improve the economy and create jobs, as well as opposing bills that are problematic for our business community. And another issue that we're working on this year has been with the IRS has taken on the role of, it appears a little bit, of what has historically been with Customs and Immigration, in that they're limiting the days that the Canadian visitors can visit the United States. It's always been in the past that they were allowed 183 days when they would go home in the spring. Basically, their 183 days could start again within just a few days. The IRS has taken the stand this year that they will only be allowed 182 calendar days per year. And the issue becomes many of the Canadian visitors are in close proximity to the northern border, so they cross periodically to buy fuel, groceries, that sort of thing, oftentimes on a weekly basis. And if they cross for 1 hour and have their passport swiped, the IRS is viewing that as one of their days of the 182 days that they can visit in the United States. So it's a big concern that we're trying to investigate and get clarification back so that we can hopefully not be restricted on how much time the Canadians can spend with us, because obviously our winter visitors are a big part of the economy here locally. Which also brings to mind, it was really great for the Chamber to be able to work with the city so closely this year in putting on the Snowbird Breakfast. We had the idea to partner up with the city. It worked out very, very well. It was incredible joint effort with all of the city staff, and particularly the fire department. It was held at Fire Station 3, and it was a great success. I've heard nothing but overwhelming positive feedback from the winter visitors, is how much they appreciated the nice venue and the location and all the hospitality that the city showed. So thank you, City of El Centro, for helping us with that project this year. This is our second year for the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. It is a U.S. Chamber-sponsored program. El Centro can be proud to boast that we're one of the very few cities west of the Mississippi River in all of the United States that participates in this program. But it's a great program to seek out some of the excelling youth in our local schools and take them through the academy to teach them the basics of business and going into business for themselves. So thank you, everyone that has participated in helping that. We're ramping up for the Air Show Gala. It's coming up February 7th. It's going to be a very nice event. As many of you know, it's one of the exclusive black tie events in the Valley, and a wonderful way for us to show our support to the Navy and helping sponsor the event of the Blue Angels Air Show in March. So thank you all for supporting and continuing to be part of that. In closing, I just want to say that it's been a great year so far for the Chamber. It's so nice to have the wonderful working relationship that we have with the city, and we hope to just continue and carry on and grow and prosper the local business community. Thank you.
Thank you, Les Smith, for that great update. And I'd like to transition to our keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker was first elected to the City of El Centro City Council in 2007 and served as mayor for the first time in 2011. He is the Dean of Economic and Workforce Development for Imperial Valley College. Previously, he served in different administrative and managerial positions in the City of El Centro, County of Imperial, nonprofits, and school districts for over 25 years. He also served in other elected positions, having been elected to the El Centro Elementary School District in 1993 and re-elected in 1997. He was elected to the Central Union High School District in 2002 and re-elected in 2006. There's a pattern here, Efrain. He has vast experience in city planning, workforce development, and youth programs. In addition, he has served in numerous boards and task forces. So, not surprisingly, he was recognized by the California Workforce Development Board with the Architect of Change in 2002. In 2010, he received the Monty Award, being recognized as an SDSU Distinguished Alumni. In 2014, he received the Oatley Award, the highest civilian recognition given by the Mexican government for individuals living abroad. He was born in Mexicali, immigrated to the United States at the age of 14. He grew up in Hopeville. He has an associate's degree from Imperial Valley College, a bachelor's degree in public administration from SDSU Imperial Valley campus, and a master's degree in business administration from Northern Arizona University. A leader with compassion, drive, and who has the dance moves of Ricky Martin. You know what I'm talking about. Join me in welcoming the mayor of the great city of El Centro, Efrain Silva.
Sorry to disappoint, but I won't dance today. That's not on the agenda. But good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. It is really a pleasure to be with you today, and welcome to the City of El Centro State of the City address. First of all, I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for not only hosting the event today, but also for being the voice of our business community in El Centro and Valley-wide. So the key to leadership are who runs the organization, and I'd like to recognize Mr. Les Smith for his presidency and his vision this year, as well as Darletta Willis, its executive director. I don't know if I saw Darletta here today, but let's recognize him nevertheless. Thank you, Les. Thank you, Eusebio, also for the introduction. You set the mark high for me. Yeah, let me recognize a few other elected officials that I saw in the audience, and just takes a minute. But you know what, we all work very hard to do what we do, and sometimes differences come, and maybe a little bit of competition between cities. That's natural, but we're here because we care about the community, we care about Imperial Valley. So let me recognize the newest elected council member from Calexico, Mandy Real. I saw in the audience. Mandy, where are you? Thank you, Mandy, for being here. Also from the Imperial City Council, Jeff Dale is here. Thank you, Jeff. The Mayor of Imperial, Mark Grant, is here. Thank you, Mark, for being here. Danny Warden from the Brawley City Council. Councilmember Danny is here. The Mayor of Brawley, George Nava, is here also with us today. And the newest Central High School trustee, Todd Evangelist, is also joining us today. On a very personal note, this is being streamed live via the internet, so so I'm being seen worldwide. How about that? I don't know about worldwide, but I am being seen in Denver, near Denver, Colorado, with my family and my grandson, whose birthday is today. So Donovan, happy birthday! And also, family is important. My tío Alex is visiting me from Mexicali, so he made the trip very early this morning to be with his tío. Thank you for being here with me today. I also want to thank all of you guys that are here today, because some of you had to get up earlier than normal, right? So I appreciate that you made that effort and you set the alarm to be with me today, and I hope to give you good information and not to disappoint you. So I appreciate you guys being here today with me. You know what? As I thought about this, and I thought, you know, what do I say? And I can summarize the state of the city with just a few words, and those are, we're good. We're in good shape. But however, those three words are so easy to say. It takes the talent, the dedication, the hard work of so many people to make it happen. So speaking of good people, I'd like to recognize my colleagues on the City Council who we all share one primary focus, and that's to improve the quality of life for the citizens of El Centro. I'd like to recognize Mr. Alex Cardenas, Mr. Jason Jackson, Cheryl Walker, and Sedelia Sanders for joining me today at the State of the City address. You know, the purpose of the State of the City is to let the community know what we have done. And we have a lot to say. So to take you through that journey, I'm going to take you into the past, the present, and the future. In 2014, we did a lot of work on the basic infrastructure of the city to improve transportation, mobility, public safety, recreation, economic development, and the overall beautification of the city. You know, all of this takes money. I'm glad to say that the city has a balanced budget with expenditures authorized for $90 million, including $44 million for operating expenses and about 34 in capital improvements. Although revenues continue to lag since the economic downturn in 2007, the economy is doing better, and our revenues have experienced consistent levels of growth over the last few years. However, sales tax continues to be our single largest source of revenue, accounting for about 40% of the city's general fund. And I'm going to give you a message. You all can help us. When you leave here today, go to the store and buy something. Of course, the people that deserve the credit for being El Centro being the great city that it is our staff. I want to take a minute today to thank them for their dedication, their hard work, and loyalty. So all city staff, can you please rise and be recognized? Because you guys are just absolutely wonderful. Mr. Duran, our city manager, and all of the department heads. So I'm going to go through a list of projects pretty quickly because there's a lot. In 2014, we completed many projects. You see the list of all the streets that were repaved, and streets, I don't know, I think my colleagues will concur, that's probably the most frequent call that we get is, when are you going to fix this street? So we did a lot of work from 2nd Street to Willow Bend Drive, paved a lot of streets at a cost of over $2 million. Another major project was our Imperial Avenue overlay from Ocotillo to Orange Avenue at a cost of a little over $1 million. And those of us that remember driving through Imperial when it was not in good shape, that was not a good experience. Now it's just a beautiful drive down Imperial Avenue. We spent over $3 million in our water tank restoration, making our water safer, reliable, and better tasting, I hope, for the residents of El Centro. Very exciting news in terms of our sports pavilion that we just opened last December at a cost of over $6 million. Thank you, Rabobank, for their generous donation as well. This pavilion, this sports complex, is being used a lot by our community, and so happy to see when I go out there and I see the children in our community using the pavilion. Sunflower Park, we got some upgrades. We got new restrooms, a snack bar. Carlos Aguilar Park, we installed lights there at a cost of over $500,000, making the accessibility of those parks for our community greater through the use of evening in the summertime. So we expanded the availability of that. Our beautiful council chambers, what a wonderful place this is. We spent a little over almost $1.5 million to enhance and upgrade our old chambers and make it primarily ADA compliant. Some of you may not be aware of this, but the City of El Centro now has a canine unit. These specially trained dogs and their handlers are here to make our city safer, a safer place to live and work. The City of El Centro provides more than just improvements to our city. The city also provides great entertainment with the special events that we have, including the Mardi Gras Parade, our Imagine Awards, our El Grito festivities, the Music Festival, our tree lighting celebration, Christmas tree lighting, and our Christmas parade. So those are events that our community enjoys, and I'm so happy to see the turnout that we get for all these events. So now let's look at some of the things that are currently underway. The Dogwood Bridge widening project will make traffic flow into and out of the mall a better experience for everyone at the mall. The cost of this project is approximately $30 million, and we expect to complete it in early 2017. So I know right now it's a hassle when you go to the mall, but just look ahead, a year and a half from now, it'll be good. The Adams Avenue Skate Park is scheduled to be completed this fall, and once again, we'll be increasing the recreational opportunities for our citizens and completing yet another phase of our Martin Luther King Jr. Sports Complex. Bertha Field renovation project is in the second phase of renovation. We're adding a new drainage system, sprinkler repair, leveling, and reseeding at a cost of a little over $200,000. It's been a long time since we saw green grass at Swarthout, and now we see it. Long time coming. As our city grows, we also need to increase and maintain our fire protection. We'll be purchasing a new fire engine at a cost of $400,000 to ensure that our residents have adequate and reliable fire protection. Now let's see what we can expect for 2015 and beyond. There's some major projects coming to the City of El Centro. We will continue to repair our streets. Along the projects that are in the books, we have the renovation for Adams Avenue, Ross Avenue, Euclid Avenue, and our Buena Vista pedestrian improvement projects. With this, 95% of the city streets have been repaired or maintained over the last 10 years. Other projects include the improving sidewalks and ADA accessibility on 7th and 8th Street between Hyle and Ross, and adding pedestrian crossings on Main Street. Our 8th Street alternative transportation project that includes new sidewalks and sidewalk repairs and bike light installation. More sidewalks on Lincoln Avenue between 6th, 7th, and 8th Street. The renovation of our Starkfield restroom facility, as well as our Swarthout restroom facility and snack renovation. And also the renovation of the parking lot on Swarthout Avenue. We'll be finally undergrounding the North Dade Canal along Villa Avenue between Imperial Avenue and 8th Street. More projects. The La Brucherie widening from Orange to Main Street, including curb gutter and sidewalk. The Imperial Avenue interchange project that will create a full interchange and will open up development south of Imperial Avenue, enhancing the mobility for our residents. This project is 20 plus years in the making and is finally here. Among the most exciting news is the groundbreaking for our new aquatic center. Over $11 million in funding earmarked. This project, from my perspective, will address one of the most urgent recreational needs in the city. A first-rate aquatic facility where families will be able to swim and enjoy themselves in the hot summer months. Long time coming, it's here. Emergency generators for our wastewater treatment plant to ensure that our citizens have reliable infrastructure. The Ivy Mall and Dogwood Corridor sidewalks and lighting. The downtown Main Street lighting project, which again increase visibility on Main Street. And other numerous projects that will add to the quality of life in El Centro, fulfilling our mission to make the city of El Centro the best city in Imperial Valley. Sorry, Brawley and Imperial. As you can see, the city of El Centro will continue to improve our infrastructure in 2015 and beyond, so that our citizens and visitors can enjoy a great city, a safe city, with great streets, great restaurants and shopping, a city with green parks and recreational opportunities. In short, a city that we want to live in and visit. In other words, things are rocking in El Centro. We're good, but we can get even better. As the mayor at El Centro in 2015, I am proposing 3 initiatives to continue to move the city forward. As Les indicated, I'm proposing the city to develop a closer relationship with our neighbors from Mexicali. 2, I'm proposing to establish a work group to recommend how the city can improve our business practices to facilitate business development, housing, growth, and economic development. And I'm proposing that El Centro complete the El Centro Vision 2050. Let's begin to create the blueprint for El Centro for the year 2050. So as it relates to Mexicali, all of us know that Mexicali is the gateway to the United States from Mexico. And we also have to recognize and accept the Mexicali consumer are essential components of our economic future. So let's embrace that. Let's work with that. The proposed expansion of the Calexico Port of Entry will make it easier for people to cross the border, which will help economic growth in the valley. But I believe that El Centro needs to position itself as a destination point for the Mexicali consumer. So therefore, I want to join Mr. Smith and the Chamber on a program to improve and expand our relationship with Mexicali through a partnership city program. This new program will include marketing and commercial strategies for El Centro, business relationships with the Mexican government, exploring opportunities for mutual benefits and cultural exchanges. This relationship is so vital to us in the region. It will offer opportunities to strengthen the cross-cultural exchange between our cities, strengthen our economic growth, and cement lasting relationships that will help both cities grow and prosper. Second, I am proposing to appoint a stakeholders group to evaluate the city's business practices to ensure that the city is doing everything we can to facilitate new businesses as well as business growth and expansion. It is these businesses, large and small, that hire our residents, pay taxes, and help our economy as well as our quality of life. Along with business, housing also needs to remain a top priority for the city of El Centro. I hear from developers that tell me that it's difficult, it is costly to build in El Centro. Let's put our heads together and see what we can do to make that better and easier. We need to find a way to encourage the development of new housing units in El Centro, in particularly affordable housing. Whether it's single-family homes or apartment complexes, we need to provide a great place for people to live and to meet the housing needs of all our residents. Therefore, I propose the creation of a diverse work group to create strategies to promote business relations and housing development. Input and feedback from stakeholder groups will play a key role in establishing the goals and objectives to encourage business and housing growth. This group will work with city staff to enhance the building blocks that have been established and define new strategies for development. Finally, I propose the development of the El Centro Vision 2050. This long-range strategic plan will provide a blueprint for what El Centro should look like in the year 2050. Work of the City Council and staff over the past decade has allowed us to accomplish many good things. It is now time to look ahead and create a 35-year vision for El Centro for greatness. This process will also include input from stakeholders, including the Chamber of Commerce, to evaluate our growth, expected population, overall projected improvements, infrastructure, healthcare, schools, and the quality of life in El Centro to the year 2050. This may sound like an ambitious agenda, but I know that with your help we can get it done. The fact that you're here with me this morning tells me that you care about the future of El Centro, and we appreciate it. Let's continue working together so that El Centro can continue to thrive and provide a better life for its citizens for generations to come. Muchas gracias.
Never hurts to have an ambitious plan. Mayor Silva. All right, well, let's give another round of applause to Mayor Silva and President Smith for their great speeches that are informative. And I'd like to thank you all for coming, showing up early today, and KXO Radio and Community Spectrum for broadcasting this live, and the City of El Centro to working along with El Centro Chamber and organizing this event with Grace Connor and other people that were involved. Let's make it a great year. Let's work well together, not just within the city, but with our neighbors in Brawley, Imperial, Calexico, and throughout the region. And have a great morning, have a great day, and bye.